We talk a lot about generational differences and finding love on our podcast. Have you noticed in this time around or with talking to your children any, I guess, differences of how love has changed over the years since years ago compared to now? Obviously texting and dating apps and all of that, but I guess you didn't have to go on the apps really much.
No, we didn't have apps. We didn't even have cell phones, as a matter of fact. So there
Yeah.
were no apps.
Correct.
Yeah, dating has changed. I really completely, um, and I'm not positive it's in a great way. So there was a time where I thought, oh, like texting is really unique and it's great because you can have conversations with people and you can have it like when it's good for you. You don't have to always be on your phone. You can have a conversation. You don't have to pick up a phone and talk to somebody when it's convenient for them, not necessarily convenient for you. But what I feel like I really noticed, and this was even my dating experience, not just my kids, is that you don't really develop a real relationship. Like you can be kind of a different person when you're texting. You have time to think of the witty replies, and you have
Mhm.
time to make your life seem maybe more interesting.
Hmm.
When you're face to face with somebody, you get way different things. You get the authentic them that doesn't have time to think about their answers, which is better, I think. And you also figure out if you have a chemistry. And I don't think you can do that via text. Like somebody can be really witty and interesting and like a person you think you're falling in love with, and then you can, walk into, a restaurant to meet them and find out that that was totally untrue. And you wasted a lot of time.
Mhm. Well, so you're finding love in this journey, but you're also being filmed doing it. You're on a TV show. I think so many people are curious about if that impacted your experience to be vulnerable and how the age-old question, I guess, of like, how much was it you choosing people on the one-on-ones versus the producers choosing it? And I guess what was the intervention there?
Yeah. So as far as the cameras, um, they kind of become like a white noise, like a
Mm.
background. They're around
Right.
you all the time, and you're mic'd up from the time you get up, kind of in the morning, and they want to catch the interactions between the men and each other and them and myself, and it just becomes like you don't really notice them after a while, and that's kind of good because you let your guard down a little bit. I think in the beginning I was really careful, especially when I was on the Golden Bachelor, that didn't want to be like depicted as being foolish or
Hmm.
like not dignified in dating at this age.
Right.
So I was a lot more careful. But then as like the time went on, that kind of I knew that the producers and that had a pure like they really wanted us to succeed and they didn't want to make us look foolish, that like they really wanted
Mhm.
to make us this look good and give people hope and show people that dating at this age is fun and not undignified. So that kind of left my mind, and once I was relieved of that worry, I was a lot more open on camera, and I really wasn't worried. I didn't think that there was going to be some way that they could make me look not like me. And as far as the dates, the one-on-one dates, we choose them completely. They tell us what the date is, and we have an input even to what dates we would like. In fact, before the season even films,
Mhm.
they asked me like what kind of dates I would like to do. They asked me what kind of guy I would like. They asked me what kind of dates I would like to do, and then they just kind of arrange them, and you get to pick who goes on them.
Okay.
That's great because
You would like that.
I know, I'm like, I want someone to produce my dates for me, that sounds great. A
Seriously, and
helicopter
they're
ride?
way better than I ever thought. Yeah, I mean, they're epic, they're big. Like, I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'd like to go on a helicopter." Well, I went on a helicopter to a winery, and like they make it a lot of fun.